Hi everyone, welcome to the first project launch of Milan Design Market during Dutch Design Week. And I'm so happy to welcome Valentina Dipietro, who is a material designer and who's gonna share her project, Mykor, with us. That later on I will introduce you better what she's doing because she's doing really amazing and interesting projects in London right now. So let's say hi to her and then let's see what she's gonna tell us.
Hello, Elif.
Hello, how are you?
I'm great. I'm here from my Kent studio, and I'm really excited to be participating to the Dutch Design Week in Isola Design District, even though in a virtual way. It's really exciting.
I'm so happy to have you because when I saw your project, actually, I was like, it's super interesting, it's super innovative, and I wanted to know more. And with this talk, I think I'm gonna get the best out of it because I have really questions that I want to know about your project. That who don't know, I will tell that as Milan Design Market, we curated the exhibition, and your products are also there. That is. From designers of Isola.design district, we picked songs, and actually yours really catch my eye when we were checking it. And I wanted to say that you're a material designer, but at the same time you also do products, which can be also sellable. So I want to start from there. I want to understand like what was the process that in order to study the materials and then make it real, make it happen. Like how did you start?
Yeah, so I graduated from the Royal College of Art in London in 2019. And during my last year there, I was exploring products that could go back into nature seamlessly. I was being a bit dissatisfied with like the amount of waste in the design industry, and I was trying to find a solution with biofabrication and biomaterials. So initially, I was only making the materials. So I created materials with coffee waste, sawdust, any sort of like agricultural waste, even wine waste from Sicily that I collected from a place in Sicily. Sorry, Elif?
Right now I'm in Sicily, so.
Oh, are you? Yeah.
Tell me where exactly. Maybe I can even.
Yeah. So I'm originally from Sicily, and I connected with a winery in Vittoria, so on the south of Sicily, and they are a bio winery, and they were so kind and gave me some of their wine waste, so I could actually experiment with transforming the tannins from the wine into a dye. So I did a lot of experiments during that year, and then some of these experiments actually became commercially viable. So I was prompted into, okay, I need to make this material into something that can become a product that people can have in their home and they can enjoy in their home. And I developed a collection of homewares. So at the moment, we've got on Milan Design Market, we've got my Kyoto vase, which is inspired by my travels in Japan, sort of the industrial landscape that I found in Japan. And then at the moment on my website, we've also got the rest of the collection, which includes candles and other bowls, vases, all sorts of homeware made with mycelium.
Yeah, actually, I have this question that I wanted to ask you since long, because I saw the process that it's 2 weeks before molding, and then you mold it, and then you wait another 2 weeks. So we didn't say, maybe it's the mushroom waste and the wood waste from the urban places.
Yeah. So I collect the waste from the council here in the UK. So it's actually waste that it's literally from the urban spaces. So it would normally go and become mulch, or it would go incinerated. So it doesn't really have much value. And what we've partnered with them, and we've been able to collect this waste and inoculate the mushroom on the wood waste. This takes 2 weeks, so the initial inoculation is 2 weeks. And then at the end of the 2 weeks, I've got, like you can see, my 3D printer here in the back. I 3D print my molds, and then I let the mycelium grow inside the mold. So I can show you like what like a bag looks during the growth. So this is like a filter bag with the mycelium growing.
It's something live. It's growing, like it's
yeah, it's still growing. Yeah, exactly. At the moment, it's still alive. So this one, I think, is dated to like 2 weeks ago. So it's almost ready to be transferred into a mold. That it's a bit lengthy, but it works.
But after, you mold it and then you wait for 2 more weeks, and then do they continue living, or somehow they become I don't know, they stop living? Like
yes.
What is?
Yes, basically you say that the mycelium is crystallized, which means that as soon as it finishes growing in this particular filter bag, as soon as you take it out of the filter bag, it will start drying. So you can speed up the process by putting it in the oven at like 80 degrees, or you can just let it air dry for another week just to make sure that it's not growing anymore and it's dry.
Question actually.
Yeah, and this is
fine.
Yeah, exactly. And this is like so this is what happens when it's completely dry. It's very lightweight. It's literally like this lightweight, and it's got like this external film here that makes it water repellent as well. So it's fully functional at the end of the when you want to use it.
It doesn't compose. If you put water in it, it would. I don't know. It would affect on the object, or it would take like time that water penetrates in the vase, or how does it work?
Because I let it grow so that there's like a film inside it. Water wouldn't penetrate through the film. The only moment when it starts doing that is if you like break it up and then you like compost it, and then water will be able to access the waste fiber. Otherwise, it's quite solid.
100% composable, right? Like
yes. It will compost in 45 days.
45 days. So no, I was going to ask you this when you said about the heating it in the oven. That's to make it faster, the drying process, because it's really interesting to experience this experiment to this material that can be used in the daily life. But the process is kind of long. So are you also planning to look up for other techniques that they can help or to grow the mushrooms faster, or to do the drying process faster, in order to make it maybe more industrial? I don't know how to say, but like to make it more industrial material.
Friendly. No, it's completely true. I mean, comparing to other industrial processes, it's actually quite quick, because you go from nothing to a product in 4 weeks, which normally with like, if you're like making a dress, for example, you need to like have a yarn and then spin the yarn and then make it into a fiber, make it into a textile, and then cut it into a dress. So actually, industrially, it's not very long. And if you start an industrial system to make it, there's also, you can use hydraulic presses to press the material, make it stronger. So you would create a sort of MDF looking sheet. And then this material would be dry at the same time. And then when you want to make a product, you can cut it from the flat material. So it would become a great substitute. Yeah, it would become a great substitute for like MDF composite boards.
I didn't think that it was like possible to create also sheets already to use for the. So basically, also the pieces are really beautiful. The design I really like it's really modern. At the same time, it's something really organic. So like I think it works very well to mix the technology, but and then it's because you know the natural things. Normally they always want design really simple, but not looking futuristic. But you choose to use kind of like these shapes that are created by the 3D prints, like because it helps you to do whatever you didn't do something simple. So it was a choice, or
Yeah, 100%. I think with mycelium so far, it's been because it's such an experimental material. A lot of designers went for very minimalistic, simple shapes, and I wanted to actually highlight the feature of the mycelium, because the mycelium actually grows like a ball. So it grows in a three-dimensional way from like an initial spore into a ball-shaped fiber. So circular shapes and corrugated shapes actually really appreciate the material better. If you try and do 90-degree angles, yes, you can do it, but it wouldn't be as strong as doing a corrugated shape or like a wavy shape or a circular shape.
I understand. I just had a thought. So the product grows, right? So when it starts, it weighs less. So or it starts to weight more than what you started. So basically, you're producing it or more. Like, is it like that, or I'm just like thinking that the mushrooms are growing, so also it's basically the material is becoming more than what it initially was.
Yeah, so initially actually the product would weigh more because the wood would be embedded with all the water that I've used to like pasteurize it and clean it. So initially it's actually double the weight, and then when it actually dries, that's when it's the lightest. So the mycelium itself is not heavy.
No, the first, before even becoming a product, when you put the wood and you put the mushroom, so it grows.
Before, it's the same weight. It's the same weight. It doesn't change. But yeah.
So it adds volume. It's changed a bit. It becomes more like the volume gets bigger, I guess, right?
Yeah, exactly. It's just a volume that it sort of like fills in between the gaps, but it's a very lightweight filler. It's almost like a glue.
It's really interesting. But so you are also working with other materials. So this is the first collection you actually did with your material research, or you also have other products?
So I used to I work with seaweed-based materials as well. I did a collection of bio varnishes and finishes for a future transportation. So that was a project that where I was experimenting a lot with color and also experimenting with bacterial leather and then using technology on top of this bio-based materials to embed again technology and biomaterials. So I would like laser cut the cellulosic leather that I had grown, or I would do like specific dyes, like natural dyes embedded in the biomaterial. Because obviously I come from a textile design background, so for me it was important to embed technology in the biomaterial.
So Mykor will have only this. I don't think it will have only this product and this collection. So you aim to do other things in the future. So what are your future ideas? Like what are you going to work on from now?
Yeah, so I hope to get to a moment where I actually can do some furniture. So my final goal is to create furniture with this pressed mycelium material, and then using this bio varnishes from the wine waste, and also all the other kinds of waste. I can extract the dye from them and then create the finishes for the furniture. So I really want to get into more products that can be used in the home.
Yeah, that's what I was going to ask. So you do both the product, the design, the material, and everything together. But are you alone in this, or you have also like a team that is helping? Because it's a lot of work. Like you have to do everything.
Yes, 100%. It's a lot of work. I have a head of marketing, so it's me and my marketing head. She actually curates all of the press and she curates all of the marketing strategies. So it's Harshita. She's actually at the moment she's in India because of COVID, but she's helping me part-time remotely. So we've got this team that is kind of like in 2 countries at the moment. And then I've got my I'm being advised as well. I've got business mentor. So I'm getting a lot of help. Actually, I'm really glad that I'm getting that.
Do you plan, for example, to collaborate with other designers to use your product, or you want to keep it for you and you want to create your own collection? Like that's how you want it to go, or you want also, like, I don't know, collaborate with other designers for the design process?
Yeah. I would love to collaborate with more product designers, industrial designers, furniture designers, and really create something at a larger scale. I've collaborated with an architect last year, and we worked on a system for mycelium insulation for a school. For a school of the future again. So she was able to create some of the materials of the layers, and I was creating the mycelium layers. And then, so I really enjoyed working with her. So I really hope that in the future I get to work with other talented designers and architects.
So whoever watching us, we can also say that you're open for collaborations, because the cool part of Isola actually to find and mix match like the designers between them. Someone is producing the material, someone is doing the design process, and then maybe they have another idea together, because if you have different ideas around you, you start to thinking process and you try to involve other thoughts in your project so it grows more. So like I think it's a really interesting material, so I really hope that we will see even newer collections apart from the ones we are launching right now on Milan market. Do you want to say something about the objects more, or you want to show more the shapes? If you have different shapes with you there at different products, maybe it would be nice that people see that.
More products. So I've got one. Wait, here. So I've got this one, which is like a planter prototype, and it's got again like almost like a sun shape again with the corrugated shape. And this is the candle. So this one, it's actually fully functional.
But the candle is made by you.
Yeah, exactly. Everything is made by me. So the candle is a soy melt. So it's completely vegan and non-toxic. So when you're done with using it, you just have to scrape the excess soy, and then you can compost the container, or you can keep the container if you want to use it. Or I'm actually offering a refill service where you can send the product back to me and I will refill it for a very small fee. So I just want to keep this material in your house as long as possible.
Yeah, because basically we are like the candles with already who has the base. Normally you trash it because you don't know how to fulfill it. Like it's not nice that the life of the candle hold, like not candle holders, but even they're together, is so short. It's 20 hours if you think, because most of the candles stays just 20 hours. So it would be I think a really sustainable way of using the candle holders, and also continuously being in contact with the buyers, with the clients that you have. So yeah, it's interesting.
I've had,
so
Sorry?
So it's also like fire resistant somehow. Like if you can put a candle, the heat doesn't deform
Exactly. So I was actually taking advantage of the material because it's fire retardant and fire resistant, and it works really well with candles. And this is something new that I think I'm the first one to try it, to combine it with the candle.
Yeah, it's super. I know we have it on Milan Market. I just make this question so people knows it's better, and I think it's interesting that they know more that what you can do with this product. So the candle, I think it's like a really good idea. I liked it.
Yeah, I've had the initial sales since we launched beginning of the month, and most of the people's favorite is usually the candle. So it's something that they love to buy.
Okay, so yeah, if people are interested, let's say that this interview will be on your platform as well, on your account, but at the same time, we will attach the link of where you can buy your product and maybe have because you know the product is in the virtual exhibition, so if they want to have a tour, they can have and they can see it better and then have more information and eventually also buy it. Do you want to say something else, because we are over our time? If you want to share something like more, we are here. Otherwise,
I just wanted to say quickly that for me, I know that some people think that these products are kind of a bit of a niche, but I do believe that they can become more accessible for people, and I think we should consider having more biomaterials in the home with us and to live a more sustainable future.
That's for sure. That's why we're doing these talks, because maybe someone sees it and has an idea, then contacts, and then we grow all together, because we are young, and if we don't do it, I don't think anyone else can do it. So you're doing something great, and I think you should continue the way you're working, because I already see that you come up with the final product, you're testing it, you know how it works, you know that it doesn't penetrate the water, it's resistant to fire. So someone has to do these trials, and I know it's a lot of work, a lot of time, a lot of research, but we also need people who are actually how to sustain this project. So I really hope slowly people will understand the value of what you're doing, and more. Obviously, there are people understanding the value of this, but I think it should grow as well. It should a little bit get to more people, and that's what we are aiming here.
Yeah, so that's the aim. That's actually to show it to as many people as possible. It's almost like a conversation piece, really. It's not just a product.
Yeah. Okay, so I'm so happy to have this talk and get to know more about your product and projects and material. Thank you very much, and
Thank you.
I wish you the best. Really, I hope we can like talk again and update each other about what's going on, and hope to meet you one day also in the physical exhibition.
Yeah, it would be amazing. Thank you so much for the opportunity of being up here. Thank you.
Okay. Thank you, Valentina.
Bye.
Bye.